Hello, welcome. This is a video for Taurus. Taurus, this is a reading for you. This is for the sun, moon, and rising. If you have Taurus in your sun, moon, or rising, then check this out. This is for the energy that is closing the end of the year and beginning 2024. So what is in store for you, Taurus? If you're new here, welcome. My name is GEMA. I have a Taurus moon. All right. So let's see, Taurus, what are you thinking about? What is your energy? What is your guidance? What's your strengths, weaknesses? Let's just see what's going on. What is there to focus on for Taurus? Messages for Taurus. So, ending 2024 is really going to kick off some awesome new energy, all right? It's bringing in so much opportunities, so many, I feel like the aces are very significant, all right? So this is all about like observer, really getting the clarification. And look at that, the Ace of Cups. We already have the Ace of Cups, right? So I feel like you have the key, you have the potential in this new beginning. The new beginning is the potential. All right, the cards are ready. So Taurus, sun, moon, and rising. This is your reading. Whenever you click on this, that is the timing. These are timeless, all right? Even though I'm recording it in Capricorn season in December, at the end of December, this is looking into the upcoming couple of weeks, all right? Could be starting from now, could be going on a little bit later, depending, all right? Just take it as it resonates. Take whatever resonates and leave the rest. All right, one more shuffle. Okay, now we're ready. So, going to be pulling... I just started your reading and I got interrupted. I had to pause it. So I really feel like the Woodland Wardens, I was going to use those, but I'm actually going to use the Wild Unknown. Still new to these cards, but they're just so amazing. They're the archetypes. So that is like, what was the images? What was the original idea, right? It's the original archetype. So it's like really going back to purpose, going back to the hidden meaning in images or in just certain energies. It's really bringing forth the archetypes. All right, for the end for Taurus. Let's see what's going on. I'm going to be pulling 3 cards and then we're going to be doing the tarot. Okay, and we'll be looking into that a little bit further. All right, starting with your root all the way to your crown chakra. Okay, so root first, heart and crown chakra for Taurus. Taurus, messages for Taurus. Root chakra. Energy for Taurus and the root chakra. All right, we have the self. It's interesting because I just did a reading for you. You know what? I was supposed to do... What was I doing, Gemini? No, it doesn't matter. All right, Taurus. I feel like there's more messages that we need to uncover. All right, so uncover messages for Taurus. That is so funny. I wasn't supposed to do a Gemini, and I got interrupted, and I just felt like I needed to go toward these cards because I was going to originally use these ones. So when I was like, okay, I'll try these ones because I feel like there is a deeper meaning. You know, archetypes go back a long time ago. They're ancient. So before there were words, you know, that's what we use, archetypes, images. So the self is what came out. If you go back to the other Taurus reading, oh my gosh, I don't even think I've uploaded it yet, but I will do that first. And this is literally the card that came out. Wow. Talk about synchronicities, right? Like beyond. I feel like things are being very aware. It's no longer just like, oh, it's such a little coincidence, you know, that I see the same things. It's like, no, boom, in your face, the prism of self. So I read this yesterday in the Taurus one. I don't think I'm going to read it again, but it's all about what comes down to yourself, all right? So what really brings out all of your... all the different aspects. It's letting go of anything like that's being held on, all right? for the heart. What's going on in the heart for Taurus? Your heart chakra for Taurus, please. All right, we have the vessel. All right. So in your heart chakra. All right. And then the crown chakra. What are you putting out there? These are like the divine messages. This is your purpose, is the crown. It's like where you're heading. You know, the crown is on the head, where you're heading. The box. The box is an illusion. And you look at the box, the crown chakra, it actually comes up like a pyramid, right? It's like opening a portal, diving right in. The box is not just an unconventional box. This is more than just a box. It's actually a pyramid. So I feel like this is the energy of, this is your crown chakra, receiving messages, but also going towards your purpose of not just looking at something as a box, and not just going outside the box, but really going deep into all the different layers of what a box could really be. Really depending on how you look at it. It's an illusion. The box is an illusion. You are the true source of light. All right. And on the bottom, the underworld. All right, let's dive into this. Okay, I'm going to use these cards. I didn't even pull out what card I shuffled. All right, so let's use these ones first. Take these away because multitasking. I'm a Gemini sun. I think I'm an octopus sometimes. When instead of putting something down, I'll just figure out another way to pick it up. Anyways. All right, so maybe doing lots of different things. Lots of different things are pulling at you right now with the self, and you see the prism of all the different layers, all the different triangles, all the different pieces, like a pie piece, cutting open a pie piece, and there's triangles, and this box is actually a pyramid, which is actually triangles, right? It's all about sacred geometry, looking at the patterns. And this is like, none of these lines actually touch, if you notice that. They connect all the angles, but they actually don't touch. So this is like going through so many different layers of peeling an onion. And it's all going from, it's all expanding, right? Expanding one box into many boxes. You know, just like a box in a box. It's like all the layers of the boxes actually. When you look at a different angle, it may not be a box, it could be a tower, right? Depending how you're looking at something. So I feel like this is expanding you and opening up a lot of different layers, which is allowing you to not look at yourself, but go outside of the ego. Really take away the ego and last shuffle. Let's pull some tarot. Starting with the bottom. Ooh, Ace of Swords. So you're having clarity about self. You're having clarity, Ace of Swords, about self. So that says a lot, right? This is all wisdom, clarity, new ideas. It's new, it's an ace. So there's new clarity coming in. It's like you're being shown the sword that you always had within your mind. You know, this is the thought, the think, the intellectual. The sword is air. It's clarity, truth, divine truth. You're finding your divine truth, and it is allowing you to separate from ego. You're cutting that out. You're cutting out anything that was holding you in a lower energy, working from ego, and that is the root chakra. And the root chakra, I believe, is the release. All right, so yeah, the root is all about, represents the grounding or lack of grounding. So lack of grounding in self. So this is the foundation, but I feel like you're opening up new inspiration. This is unlocking a door to begin an idea. So you're starting from ground, you're building this foundation on truth, on clarity, on wisdom, something that you have been offered with your, it's almost like you're not navigating within fears and habits. This is offering, you are having clarity. That's this moment of a vision, a thought, a new vision, a new thought for yourself. To allow yourself to release the ego and go towards the center, which is self. So this could be from, this could point out the state of your primary relationships, family of origin, your ancestors, current community or lovers. So this is all about choosing self. Choosing self-love. And you have the clarity and the wisdom, the emotional intelligence. And it's like it's cutting out anything that is, you're not standing for anything less. So you're growing within the way you think, your thought patterns. Letting go of anything that kept you stuck, because the Two of Swords is stuck, right? Having the blinders on, needing to choose something. So this is about choosing yourself first, not cutting yourself into pieces for others, not cutting yourself into all these pieces for others to, for you to be in lack. So this is clarity, where you're just cutting out anything that is not, that is holding you back, holding you stuck. So all right, now we're seeing the ring as well. It's the wheel, infinite connections. So this is connectedness. So rather than viewing life as linear, as a series of progressive achievements, the ring challenges us to sense the cyclical, okay, to sense the cycles, infinite nature of our world and experiences. Beginnings and endings fall by the wayside as we practice seeing yourself as part of the cosmic circular of creation. For this reason, it's no surprise a ring is worn on the finger to represent eternal love. So I feel like, yeah, this is all about viewing life as a series of progressive achievements. The challenges are the way we think. So this can be, all right, so it mimics the Earth's orbit around our great sun and the intimate bond between two lovers. It's the micro and the macro united. This calls us to deepen connections with self, with the self, other, and the world at large. Meanwhile, there may be a literal ring waiting to adorn your finger. All right, so about choosing yourself first. Just be connected. Know that cycles are sacred, and it's just challenging right now. It's bringing in this clarity, truth of your divine purpose, that you are connected with communication, you're connected with the thought, you're connected with having visions, I feel like downloads, like you're having clarity. You are being offered mental release to understand. You have to practice seeing yourselves as part of this cosmic creation. So yeah, it represents eternal love, base time, and worldly things. Okay, so yeah, so this is all about knowing that things happen in cycles. All right, so letting go, not holding on to things, and just shine without having to give yourself away, and to focus on your own happiness, your own growth. And if people don't like it, then that's the way it has to be. All right, it's like the Queen of Swords. She cuts anything out that's not true. You know, she has the vision, and she won't stand for less. All right. So it's strength. It's being able to focus on your being strategic, using your mind, logical, being very logical, needing to be logical if you feel like you're not. All right. And on the one on the bottom, the underworld, that's quite interesting. Read that one. All right, the nightmare, the ordeal. So this is around the collective energy, right, Taurus? So just this is just in the energy around, not you per se. This could be something that you have to be challenging in your world right now, in your atmosphere, just in the energy. So the archetypal territory of the underworld is fraught with nightmares, suffering, and pain. It is the darkest shadow realm which we try vigilantly to avoid or deny any acts at any cost. Try as we might, the darkness pulls us into depths through disturbing dreams, images, unexpected accidents, illness, war, conflict, and ultimately death. Not visiting the underworld or denying its existence altogether is what gives it dangerous power. All right, so needing to have the inner space. Take solace that the underworld subsumes everyone from time to time, making us deeper friends, more intimate partners, soldiers of light amid our shadowy times. Facing darkness and choosing light is the most powerful calling of all. Yeah, this is choosing to not be asleep choosing not to sleep, to stay asleep in the light instead of being awake in the dark, right? Because that's how we have that vision, the clarity coming in and accepting what is, and instead of just shying away from things because you're not wanting to accept things, needing to accept and to focus on your logic over not wanting to go through any kind of pain. That cycles of pain are meant to bring you to a higher purpose. All right, so time to time we do need to go into that darkness, and that's where the self needs to come in, because sometimes we just do old patterns, even in relationships, right? Because we just love the person, but if it's causing more harm. So this is the clarity of a new beginning, a new sight, new vision, that's offering offering you logic, strength, creating connections with the higher realms. I feel like their frequency, it's tapping into you right now and wanting you to allow it to shine, but you have to let it in. You have to release the ego and holding on to the old things that were keeping you in the shadows, not allowing you to shine through. So that's with the clarity, the sword, and I feel like this, you see this little oyster in the middle of the pearl? I feel like that's the clarity, is really allowing you to shine and see this vision, see the vision, and letting go of anything that was rotting in the background, that was meant to just be let go of the endings, let go of whatever was holding you back. And those times of meeting with your shadows, it's all about facing your fears, being brave, and staying conscious. When you stay unconscious and asleep, you know, you're really just harming yourself. You're keeping yourself from shining. And I think that's the box. You have to look at yourself not as an empty box, but all these different cycles, just like it said, the ring of the circles orbiting around the earth. You know, this is just like this. Not really a box, but it's a way to reach the peak, you know, the peak of the light, that the light is within you, but you had to go through all these cycles to understand. Sometimes they were positive, sometimes negative, fears and the love. It's all part of the process. All right, so let's pull a card for the vessel. All right, what do we have here? Knight of Cups. All right, that's a romantic offer. So a person coming in, that's on your heart, with your heart. The vessel is where your heart is, and it is, this is what's currently residing in your heart, is romantic feelings. So you have somebody on your mind that you feel passionate about. It is a knight, not a king, so it's somebody that is romantic, is lighthearted and kind. And this could be focusing on the romance and not yourself, maybe giving more to a romantic partner. but something maybe is needing to have less focus on it. I feel like yourself is more important. The self, you know, you feel the vessel. You are the vessel, and we have everything orbiting around us, right? Love, we have friends, we have things like that, but you are the main vessel of light, and you can't keep giving away yourself too much. So I feel like you're having clarity about romance, about connections, and needing to right now focus on not giving too much of yourself away, because you're not getting the full picture. You're not getting the full purpose, the self-purpose. And then it's like the romance will be there. All right? So this could be a conflict with some kind of romance, romantic partner. It could be a water sign, Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer. But somebody that is romantic, but I feel like the vessel, maybe with this box, I feel like it's really holding you in a box. You're holding on to something, not letting it flow, and you're kind of blocking everything else from coming in. Kind of like it's shattering, you know? It feels like everything's shattering around you, including maybe you feel like this love, but I feel like it's shattering just because whatever is meant for you will always come back. So just not need to hold on to it so tight, or the universe is going to want to show you that no, you can't take anything with you in the end. So this journey, everything will come at the right divine time, but not to hold on to things. It might not be decaying, but just needing to move forward and be aware, need to be aware of your present moment and not be so focused on all your energy, giving too much of it away. So right now I feel like your heart is calling you. So I feel like you're never being satisfied because you're not getting back the same cup of love, the same energy back from somebody that you're giving, because I feel like you're giving all your energy away. So you can never feel satisfied because you're looking for someone to fill your cup. Even though you're filling theirs, you need to fill your cup first. Be satisfied with yourself, and then everything will come in. Everything will circle around again. Feel like in the fear of maybe things not working out, things decaying, and things, that fear of letting go, because if I let go, it's going to go under, you know, and my world's going to be upside down. And I feel like that's why you're being pulled into this vessel, where it's like you're being pulled out of the energy, and it's like you're being forced to go in and know that you have everything. You don't need anything. You don't need anybody, but of course it's great. We want love, but can't hold on to anything in a box, right? Because it becomes unhealthy. How much we give ourselves away, and then sometimes when we don't get it back, we can almost become a bit, what's the word? Vindictive? You know, like, why aren't they getting it back? So we don't want to fall short. So right now it's all about the clarity, your truth. This is about the beginning in, yeah. So just going away from any kind of energy that's making you feel a bit hostile or a bit angry because you're not getting something back. So this is kind of like going to calmer waters, not leaving any situation in particular, but just kind of sailing away into calmer waters for a moment. You know, seeing that you are going to be you're going to feel pulled away to see, wow, I really feel a lot better. Not always focusing and always wondering, and maybe always, I feel like, always asking for answers. And before this Ace of Swords, it is the 9 of Swords and 10 of Swords. So that's feeling like somebody stabbed you in the back. An ending could have been a lot of mind game, like your own anxiety, creating your own scenarios, because 8 and 9 of Swords are when you are creating things with your mind that aren't even there, right? Your thoughts are getting carried away. So I feel like you need to really have a moment with yourself and get clarity, because the clarity is there for you, but needing to get to know what's meant for your heart will always come in, but your heart is now being called into this vessel to have this rebirth and to have this time for communication and connections with the higher duality. Yeah, and there's the Nine of Swords I was just talking about. Walking away from being being up all night, stuck in your head about anxiety, not being able to get out of your head. This is just mental anguish, creating your own scenarios. Like this is just your own anxiety. So this isn't even thoughts that are true. It could be self-destruction, you know, talking yourself into something that's not there, causing yourself so much more pain than needs to be. So those cycles, walking away from trying to hold on to something, which is causing you to overthink, overstimulate your mind, and it's creating self-sabotage, right? Like, not necessary. So I feel like needing to really reconnect with yourself, reconnect with what makes you whole, and not needing somebody else. This isn't a card of a partnership necessarily, but finding that perfect pathway between the parts of you, you know, like finding the happiness within yourself, connecting with yourself first, connecting with and filling your own cup, knowing that you have that divine masculine and feminine, and balancing. This is the balance between the two. Know that you can always have abundance, needing to be able to happy and with yourself and not need somebody else to do it, so that you don't have to give away too much, and just have that perfect union, finding that equal union. Yeah, it's like the two again. This is inspiration. This is like looking at the world with a different purpose, having an open mind on how to move forward, a different path, inspiration, looking at where to grow, where to move, next actions, and really taking that leadership role to Aries. So it's finding the power in a different way. All right, in the box. Find a card for the box, and this is all about the cycles. The box isn't truly a box. This is looking at something from a higher perspective and seeing the box is not merely an empty box. But look at this box. I mean, it's a pyramid, right? With the life force in the middle. All these cycles bring you to the, and this all about, yeah, learning how to build together. It's community. Three of Pentacles is all about teamwork, valuing how to work together and not hold on to old ways of doing things, hold on to people. This is like working together, working with your own energy, working with how to create boundaries of not just is this way or this way. It's like you're really checking things from different perspectives and really seeing things they didn't see before, right? it's needing to take a closer look at things and focus on what you are being shown. Like in this box energy, I really feel like the sacred energy that there's going to be lots of clarity coming in with this Knight of Swords. I feel like you're the Knight of Swords. All right, Taurus. So I feel like this is all about clarity, all about focusing on self, and you're holding the sword, all right? And it's meant to not use, but to hold and be in your truth, and be standing for yourself, and standing, not being in your head, lacking clarity, causing confusions. This is releasing. You're being pulled away from things out into this void, so you are able to. So yeah, so the box is all about the ascension. So this is all about the part of you that wants to reach beyond the self towards heaven. All right, which is the box, right? It's not just a square, flat box, but it's actually, looking at it, it's a pyramid, which is pointing all the way up to heaven. So it's like you have you have everything to get to where you need to go. Needing to use use your resources, use your thinking, use what you have learned, and being teamwork. This is the Taurus. I feel like, yeah, so it's using your mind and not just reacting very hasty and doing the same things over and over. With this sword, you know, it can cut through things, or it can be used as a peaceful warrior, right? Using the sword. It's almost an honor. So I feel like this is almost like you're looking back to the drawing board, and you're building something by seeing this box as potential. And you see there's also kind of like a pyramid there, the 3 of Pentacles creates a pyramid. Seeing this energy as potential to grow, because that's where you're meant to, you're meant to grow within this energy while you're being, while you are having this new beginning in a projection towards getting out of your heart space and getting into your head, because this is all about the extension of needing to look at the energy that you are being shown and know that this is all working towards something for you, your purpose. This is working for you, not against you. So not to be so quick to judge and react and cut out, you know, it's almost like an energy of being angry at what wanting to run back into the past situations, you know, without really thinking of what you're being shown, what the universe is truly showing you is for your own purpose. And this is kind of like being hasty and just taking the energy and just rushing back in anyways, but not prepared. So this is all about being shown that love is always going to be around you, but it can't just be the only thing that you give up on, the connection of yourself, right? Because then you're going to lose yourself when the vessel wants you to find yourself. This is what you're doing. When you find yourself, your connections are going to be much better. It doesn't mean that they're going to have to end a relationship, but it's just time not to focus on every little thing. It's almost like the people around you, if they're being a little bit harder to deal with, it's because you're meant to disconnect, right? The universe is trying to block you so that you can pay attention to what you're supposed to be doing. It's all happening in our face right now. It's not energy where it's subtle. The universe is not being subtle right now. It's time. All right, Taurus. I just want to read this box. XL. XLI. All right, the box. The cage, the rules, the norm. All right, so this might be blocking your ascension right now, just following the norm. We all live to some degree within the confines of the box. So this archetype represents everything that is known, anticipated, and expected. It holds us in a place while simultaneously holding us back from our greatest visions. The box is sneaky, insidious, and everywhere, limiting us at the most unconscious levels. So right now you might be limited by this box energy, by the rules, the norm. So it is built of layers upon layers of social constructs and pressures. Breaking through its confines requires awareness. All right, so I feel like you're needing to break out of the norm right now. These cycles aren't working for you. Why? Is everything feeling like you're being pulled into a different direction, pulled apart, everything's being shattered? It's because you're breaking through to awareness. So the new breakthroughs is this for sure. New breakthroughs about letting go of what was holding you back in this box, about yourself, the restraints. So the box might appear as expectations from parents, a well-paying but heartless job, the pressures to look or behave like others, or simply to stay small. There is a box around you now made of some type of confining thought. What is it? The box shifts and morphs as we grow. This is part of its multi-layered nature. Once you break through the one layer, another will present itself to you. Keep going, break through. An exquisite life requires it. All right, so if you're in the light, you're in structure, order, coherence, and logic. And when in dark, limitations, rigidity, judgment, and fear. So yeah, you need to create your own structures, though. That's with this clarity and your visions. Holding us back from our greatest visions. And what's holding you back? Right? It's these lack mindsets. Your mind is holding you back. And that's why the vessel is breaking you out of this. You're pulled out of this energy, out into, I feel like you're being brought out of the situation, pulled completely, so that you can see this. And it's at your heart. So you're needing to break free from keeping your mind stuck in sabotage about romance and how we always need to have someone there, or you always need, it's just the pressures, I feel like. So stop holding on to anything. You have your own connections of self, and just walking away from something that, not even walking away, but sailing away to calmer waters, because I feel like you're always rushing in to the same thing, the same patterns. And this is about building new on new ideas. This is all about structures. So, wanting to morph and grow out of this box. And this is like rebuilding into a triangle, rebuilding the structures. So busting out of confining thoughts, self-sabotage, and giving back to yourself that you have the duality. You don't need, it's the need. I think the confined thing that you need something. So this is what's wanting you to let go of judgment and fear and limitations. Everything will always be there for you. So right now it's all about breaking free from the cage and morphing into something within this vessel and self. Like you're being taken on a ride into the cosmos and showing how beautiful you are, but just keeping you out of these limitations, this mental stress, everything that is causing you. It's the underworld. The underworld is anxiety, stress. It's causing you to have these thoughts that aren't even there, that aren't even necessary. So this is almost like, okay, going back to the drawing board. How do we restructure this? How do we make it a better foundation? How do we build? So yeah, it's working with the energy and not working against it, and not being hasty and jumping into anything. All right, so it's all about levels that you are being awoken to, the consciousness, and it's all, moving outside of the box is exhilarating and expansive, but destabilizing. Others will wonder, what are you doing and why? You will do this too. This is part of the process. So everything within the box is known. Everything outside of the box is unknown. So that's the scary part. Break out of fear. This is why it's more comfortable to stay within the walls. Choose freedom. Yeah, so choose. It's the logic. You're having visions, clarity, logic, okay, that you are meant to get out of your head, get out of these limits of love, and that there's only just this amount of love. And if you stop giving this much of yourself away, then it'll all just break apart. So this is, you're being pulled away from this energy and being shown. You may be having really intense dreams, because I feel like you are having communication with the beyond, the higher, with the divine, with the higher forces. You are being shown, being awoken in the dark, and it's pulling you away from what was holding you back. And you can grow the most in the dark, all right? I hope that helps, Taurus, that you are growing, all right? You are becoming more conscious and aware. Till next time, bye.